parte aqui que a gente vai comprar casa. Já está a ser comprado.
Each of the local events in Romania, Ireland, and Portugal, the teachers and students have had the opportunity to hear from national space experts about the many benefits of space technologies, exploration, and research.
So stay tuned and the call will start shortly.
Hi Thomas, I'm César from Escola Profissional Almada. How do you test for water and bacterial contamination on the ISS? Are these testing methods also used on Earth for other purposes?
How do we test for water? So we have a process, an existing process. We sampled a water system here on board the ISS. We have a microbial detection kit. It's going to take 45 hours of incubation to test for coliform bacteria and for other microbial life. We have some different bags, different items that we test, different chemical substances that we test the water with. Again, on that Proxima mission, we're testing a new way of doing this, much faster. It's only going to be a few minutes to inject the water in a very tiny sample holder, and then you incubate and you get the result right away. And the idea is it's not only going to save us time here and make our life simpler on board the ISS, but it's also going to be used in countries where sometimes after a disaster the access to clean water is problematic. So that's pretty much the way we do it.
My name is Vitor Fernandes. I am a teacher at Escola Secundária de Forte Casa. I'm a computer science teacher, and I would like to ask, do you think it is possible to live in a completely self-sustainable environment in space? And are there any technologies from Earth that are helping this become a reality? Thank you.
So it's ISS is a very good example of not a closed environment, because we're still being supplied from the ground in terms of food, in terms of spare parts and water and oxygen, even though we try to minimize this amount as much as possible for obvious reasons, because it takes a lot of effort to bring those supplies on board the ISS. They have to be launched for the Earth. So we're trying to recycle as much as we can. We're trying to generate as less waste as we can, and to be self-sufficient as much as we can. If we want to go deeper into space, it's going to become a challenge, and the space agency have understood that, and they're working on it. In ESA, we have the MELISA project, which is attempting to create a completely closed environment, and it's going to produce its own water, its own food, and it's going to be completely closed from the rest of the world. And the idea is, if you can do this on Earth, and then you'll be able one day to do this in space. And there are some critical technologies that we're also testing here on the ISS, how to grow plants in space. There's a couple experiments, one running right now as we speak, that look at how to make that happen in space. So so that when we go deeper into space for further mission, Mars and further, we have this capacity of growing our own food and not be dependent on supplies from Earth. We look at 3D printing, how to produce our own tools, and maybe one day we'll use the moon regolith to produce our own habitat or our own modules, our own fuel on Mars. So those are all the projects that we're looking at. It seems futuristic, but it's going to happen if we want to go further, and we certainly do want to.